Blake Christian is from Holthouse, Carlin and Van Trite. Blake, great to see you once again.
Always good to see you, Mike.
Can you give us an update on where the stimulus bill is?
Yeah, so the bill passed, I think it was late Friday night, it might have been Saturday morning, and so it has gone through the House, the lower chamber, and now it's in the hands of the Senate. The Senate has, definitely expressed, at least on the Republican side, that they don't have a stomach for a lot of the things that are in the bill, and so we do expect some changes to the bill, but as you know, the Democrats are in control, so I think it'll probably pass pretty similar to what's in the House bill, but they are. The good news is they've gotten rid of the minimum wage, the $15 minimum wage for the moment.
And that most likely will resurface. When do you think it'll come back again? Because it was a fairly pertinent point to the whole bill, wasn't it?
Yeah, so there's already some legislators that are pushing legislation that would tack on a 5% payroll tax if people did not pay the $15 minimum wage. So might win the battle, but the war, who knows?
Any new taxes likely to pass? What about Warren's wealth tax, which must bring joy to many hearts? Not.
Yeah, it's the art of messaging is in play right now. So she's out there saying, millionaires and billionaires, 2 or 3 cents is not a big deal. So, but it's 2 or 3% on your net worth, 2% on your net worth above $50 million would be taxed at 2%. If you're a billionaire, anything over $1 billion would have a 3% tax rate applied to it. So, again, I'm using shorthand math here, but a billionaire would pay an extra $30 million a year in this wealth tax. So, and if you just had somebody with a stagnant $1 million, which wouldn't happen, and it does, your base decreases each year, but basically after about 40 years, you totally exhaust your net worth. So it's not little numbers.
There have been some fairly encouraging economic statistics, manufacturing and housing, for example. But is the economy still a bit iffy in regards to maybe employment?
Yeah, employment, I think we had 840,000 job claims last week. And, so that spooked the market a little bit. We're seeing increases in long-term interest rates, mortgages jumped up, and so that reduced the number of loan applications, and I saw that housing contracts decreased by 6%. So it's really, pretty, we're kind of on the cusp, and little things can throw the economy off real quickly. And I also saw that, it could take up to 2024 before we get, the economy fully back to where we were in 2019.
What's the business sentiment like amongst those you speak with at the moment? Being a man about town, dressed to kill, I can see that, or CPA extraordinaire, you have your finger on the pulse. Is it confident? Is there optimism out there, or what?
It kind of breaks down a little bit geographically. My friends in California, kind of feel a little bleak from, a lot of the COVID hangover. People in Texas are a little more optimistic, even they just went through the deep freeze. East Coast people, again, for the most part, the East Coast, especially Florida, everybody's pretty optimistic there. New York, not so much, but most of the states in between, people feel pretty good. And then the Midwest, they're doing okay. I wouldn't say that I don't have a lot of contacts there, but the ones that I have, they're I think they're just kind of feeling a little middle of the road. Those Midwesterners kind of always feel that way.
A while back, we put the question to you, out of a rating of 10, how would you rate? And you said a solid 5 last time with Joe Biden and his administration. What about this time? Out of 10?
Yeah, well, he slipped to sub 5. I'll give him a 4. I'm being nice because he's early in his presidential term, but with 70 plus executive orders and the halting of the pipeline and him not having any press conferences so far, he's disappointing.
Okay, so he slipped from a 5, a solid 5, to a 4 now. Only time will tell whether he'll hit that big 0 with you, but we'll find out, I'm sure, in the next few weeks. Now, if somebody wants to talk to you about ratings for presidents or tax, or just have a good old conversation with you, how do they do that with Blake Christian Extraordinaire?
Thank you. www.hcvt.com, or you can just Google Blake Christian CPA, and you can get a hold of me that way.
Blake Christian from Holthouse, Carlin and Van Trite, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it.